happenings. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in magic. I I have actually thought about it for a little bit and wondered, oh, it would be really interesting if we could actually reconnect with people who have passed away. And oh, I wonder if
I don't think that actually comes under magic. I think that's just I can't remember what the word is for it, but I don't think that comes under magic. I wouldn't connect it with magic, but okay. It comes in the same paranormal um, area.
it's possible. Then all of a sudden I was like, wait, what am I doing? That's not possible. People, they're dead. When we die, our body shuts down and our mind shuts down. And there's no way you can connect with anything that doesn't exist anymore. Anymore, I said anymore because obviously we are existing right now. Um, so about the hardcore atheist thing, I guess I don't try to push my beliefs on people.
Like I said, I've already cleared that up. What I think he's talking about when he says hardcore atheists don't do that. I don't think any atheists do that, but I'm sure I'm wrong. I'm sure there's a few, but you'll find that most of atheists won't even bother debating theists anymore. Some will, but very few, if any, will try and convert them willingly.
A lot, and it's not what I live by. I mean, it's what I live by, but it's not my everyday life. It doesn't affect me in an everyday way, like my conversations with people. But I I stand by every word of it, and it's because
Standing by every word of atheism really isn't that hard because there's not many words in atheism. Let's see. Non-belief in deities. 4 words in atheism. It's not hard to stick by, really.
I just don't.
I'm sorry, that might have sounded a bit like I was mocking you, but I wasn't. I'm sorry. If you took it that way, then I do apologise, but it wasn't meant that way. It's just my humour, I guess.
Think I try to think very scientifically and mathematical, and look back on a lot of history because religion or Christianity doesn't let you view much of that at all.
No, Christianity denies most of history, supposing it says that the world is only 6,000 years old. Some of it, some sectors of Christianity, but yeah. In fact, I think doesn't the Bible say that you're 6,000 years old? So if you're an actual real Christian, then you would think that. But Christianity's roots can be traced back to tens of thousands of years ago, um, with the ancient Hebrews and the pagans even.
It's basically about what what they want, and I guess my biggest thing why I even would try to spread the word out, why I'm making these YouTube videos, is to try to get people to think a little bit, because if you knew me, you would know that maybe compared to the people that you know, I don't know who you know. I'm one of the least selfish people that I know, at least. Um, but my belief on why I think a lot of people should try to think about atheism and stuff is because there's this matter on what you can do for yourself. I read a lot of things about, God will make you happy today, and God is the only person can bless you or can fill you with joy on this day, and I am completely against that.
Well, you would be, supposing that you don't believe in God. Christians seem to, what they do, they blame all the bad they do and all the bad other people do on the devil because they're too afraid to accept responsibility. And that's one of the reasons I think people stick with religion. And they then say that everything wonderful must have been done by God. This It's hard to explain, really. That logic is twisted. Just saying that everything that bad that you do and that everybody else does is those people being a tool for the devil, and everything that good happens to you and to other people is God helping them. And it's just bullshit.
Not because the word God was used in the phrase, because I think people are very capable of filling themselves with joy, and
Yeah, I think that there's a saying I'd like to quote, but I can't remember it. I think it was something along the lines of, happiness is what you make for yourself. In other words, my interpretation of that is that the only person that can really make you happy at the end of the day, is yourself. And I believe that, to an extent. I believe you can't make yourself be happy, but that's taking it completely out of, I think that's taking those words completely out of context, and I don't follow that. I do follow the saying that happiness is what you make for yourself, and life is what you make for yourself. Interpret that how you like.
think that's how it happens. I just want people to realize that they are very capable of being or being happy without something else in their way. It deals with a lot about emotions and stuff, and I really want people to know that they can be fine on their own. It has nothing to do about selfishness, even though I say themselves quite a bit. It is all about themselves. I don't know.
I think themselves is right.
Basically,
Pretty sure
I
it is.
got all jumbled up, and I don't know who has even
Oh well, who
finished
cares?
part of the video. But I want people to know that.
I suppose that I've sat through The Amazing Atheists 2 videos of 2 hours of answers. I think I can sit through 9 minutes.
Things happen for what you do. Like, everything doesn't happen for a reason.
I disagree. I do think that everything, the most significant things and insignificant things, happen for a reason. And the meaning of life for me is to discover that reason. Amongst other things, that's amongst many philosophies I have of the meaning of life for myself. I don't think there is one set meaning of life. I think the meaning of life is, again, whatever you make of it. Whatever is your goal, then that is the meaning of life to you.
It happens because of a reason. And when I just want people to give themselves, I guess, the justice they deserve for doing the right things in their life and for being happy. That's all on you. You know, you're happy, awesome. Or you're happy because your friend made you happy. You're not happy because God touched down on you and made you happy. Or gave you, food on your table.
Thing is, I think people take what they can't explain, happiness, human emotion, and say that I can't explain this, it must have come from some higher power. So I can sort of see why they think that, but almost every other part of their philosophy seems to be flawed, in my opinion, so it's sort of irrelevant.
Well, that happened because you bought the food and put it on your table. I don't know if I answered any of your stuff, but hopefully I did a little bit.
I think that's the end. So yeah, I thought this would end up being 3 parts, and so yeah, I basically said what I had to say. I still want to ask you a few questions that I'm going to put in another video, but I'm glad I managed to get this done in 2 parts, and I hope you've watched both of them. Thanks. Peace out.